Who is it?
Sandland, the land of sand. Hello and welcome. Chris back with another fragrance review. This time we are looking at my favorite top 3 of the great house of Yves Saint Laurent designer. He passed away recently. I'm not exactly sure about of the year that he actually passed away, but I'm sure that he left the creative part of Yves Saint Laurent with his own brand in 2002. And obviously there's been great fragrances coming out recently, La Nuit and all that, L'Homme around 2004. So and the line is pretty popular. Now my ones, as you can guess, are looking back a little bit prior to that, although I have to say I'm covering 1, 2, 3 decades, covering the 80s, actually looking a little bit at the 70s with the 80s release, covering the 90s and the new millennium as well. So let's start. Which fragrance is on spot number 3? Obviously, you know, Opium needs to be mentioned as a honorable mention from 1995. It's not in my top 3, but it's a tremendous fragrance. But on spot number 3 is a release from the year of 2003, and it's called Rive Gauche pour Homme. I've reviewed this separately. This is a tremendous barbershop fragrance in a great packing. It's still available in a different type of packing at the moment on the market, but this version, it's a great, smooth, very sophisticated, amazing barbershop type of fragrance. I know people don't like, some people don't like the term barbershop, but this is really fitting that vibe, that mood of a classy barbershop very well. Rive Gauche meaning the left side of the river of Seine in Paris, which is the area where all the creative people, poets and musicians are gathering in Paris. Rive Gauche on spot number 3. Spot number 2 is a fragrance that came out in the year of 1998, and it's called Live Jazz. The original, this is a flanker actually to the original Jazz, which came out in 1988, which is also an honorable mention. Maybe it's a very green, quite strong, macho fragrance. This is much more customer friendly. It has this nice citrus aura, but at the same time it's very aromatic, and it's really joyful and playful and youthful. So this is why the name Live Jazz fits tremendously. I love the entire black and white presentation, because it's still a classy fragrance. Yeah, it's more aimed towards maybe the younger generation. Totally adore this fragrance. It's great for spring and summertime, and it lifts your spirit. It's an all-rounder, and I can totally see this being a cozy fragrance for a Friday evening at your club, but even daytime fragrance. Live Jazz on spot number 2. And then spot number 1, ladies and gentlemen, the release of the House of Yves Saint Laurent from the year of 1983, and it's called Pour Homme Concentré. It's actually Haute Concentration. This is actually a flanker to the original Pour Homme that has been released in 1971. This is why I also mentioned that I'm looking back a little bit on the 70s, because this is basically the same smell, only the performance is amped up and the scent is even more sophisticated. So this is the concentrated version of the original Pour Homme, and it's called Pour Homme au concentré, or basically the high concentration of the original fragrance. This is discontinued, came out in 83. It is, as I say, basically this fresh, sour, animalic citrus like Pour Homme was. Only difference here is that this one has a better performance, and it's somehow more appealing to me, to my type of taste, than the original one. Maybe because of the performance. This is sticking around a little bit longer, and I totally adore this fragrance. It's a signature fragrance, and the sour citrus, the animalic sour, kind of weird citrus in this one is unbeatable. One of my favorite fragrances ever, and this is how it made my top 3. So you've seen Rive Gauche, Jazz, Live Jazz, and Pour Homme au Concentré. that was my top 3 from the very house of Yves Saint Laurent. But I don't leave these scents with you guys because I'm just leaving. So that was Chris, and I'll be back with more. Take care.